Can't say something funny until I've turned on the audio.
That's right.
Hang on, can't be friends in real life. Recording device, hang on, don't say anything funny yet, which you're not really ever at risk of doing anyway. But
that's a good point.
Don't do it yet, hang on.
Yeah, but I might set you up.
That's actually true. That's actually what it is. You can't say anything funny because then you might spur me to say something funny.
Right. I love this pillow. I feel like I'm playing with like a fuzzy
You
little...
do?
I'm playing like a fuzzy little
You are
nipple.
notoriously at war with my
look at this.
pillows in my house.
You just like, it's like a fuzzy
Okay,
nipple.
now say something funny.
Like
yes, I know the pillow looks like a fuzzy nipple. What were you going to say?
Oh, that's all I was going to say. No, I was going to say, can you tell the listener and viewer... Wait, I have to clap.
Okay, wait.
This is such a disaster.
Recording device, yes. Recording channels, 2. Okay, clap. Okay, great. Now, what were you going to say that was funny, allegedly?
I don't know, but
all of that and you forgot what you were going to say? Yeah. That's crazy.
Amanda, here's the thing. If you don't, engage with me in a matter of seconds, it's out of my head.
It's because your funny thoughts are impulsive. Or, what's it called?
Instinctive?
No.
Not real? No. Well, I was going to say the pillow...
Maybe impulsive is what I was thinking of.
Has these, fuzzy little nipples that I'm...
Playing
really
with, yeah. Uh-huh.
But I was going to say, you need to tell the listeners...
Intrusive,
and
that's the
viewers
word I was thinking of.
Yes, that's correct. The listeners and viewers, what brand of pant is that?
They're pants that are from a company called Nasty Gal. What were you going to say about that?
No, I just think that's a funny name for a company.
We did all of that setup for your punchline to be LOL.
There's no punchline.
That's crazy.
Also, what do you mean all that? All the setup that you just did, you do for every episode.
No, I mean the setup of
panicked.
the joke.
You were just more panicked while doing it.
I really thought you were going to come in with a heater of a joke.
This is what I was talking about, Amanda. As soon as I walk in the door,
disappointed.
We gotta hit record because the last 5 minutes that we've been talking were funny, and then you hit record, and now I got nothing. That's all of my funny was that 5 minutes.
You were saving it.
I didn't tell a joke at all today. Actually,
in preparation for this.
Actually, that's not true. At one point, one of my employees' name is Kate, and she was like...
Just at one point her name's Kate, or is her name Kate
today,
all the time?
at one point today, hold that thought. So I have an employee named Kate.
Word.
And she and another employee...
At one point today.
At one point today was just trying to playfully start a fight with one of the other employees, Andrew.
Love.
And he was like, "You're always instigating," and I was like, "Instigating," and the whole room went dead. It went dead silent. Dead silent.
Oh my god.
And then one of my other employees just goes,
yeah,
and then,
that's the appropriate response. Yeah. Employee number 6. That's the appropriate response. We have an employee at my place of work who's super dad jokes central. He's very that, but to the point of he can't not say it. He has to be and then say it and then move on. And there was a time
you and I don't work together because this is how you would describe me as well. Oh my god!
And there was one time when we were talking. We have a guy on our staff whose name is Mark. And Mark, part of his job is driving trucks. And someone was talking about how Mark was going to drive a truck before we had our logos applied to him because we got new trucks at work. And this is all relevant, I promise. And we hadn't put logos on them, so some of them didn't have any logos on them. They were just white box trucks. And someone was like, "Oh, which truck is Mark going to drive?" And someone was like, "Oh, he's going to drive the whatever one that already had the logo." And then someone was like, "No, he's going to drive this one that's unmarked." And I said, "It won't be unmarked if he's driving."
That's perfect.
It's a marked truck.
That's perfect.
And the guy at my office who loves dad jokes, he just leaned back and he went, he went, "Not an unmarked truck." And then he went, "That was really good." And I was like, he's in his 70s. And I was like, "Thank you so much."
Oh, I love that guy.
It was a personal highlight, professional highlight for sure.
Yeah, that needs to go on so do you do performance evaluations at the end of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if your supervisor asks for a list of personal wins or whatever. That's the top.
That joke I made one time, pretty solid.
Yeah, I accomplished this, we increased this, efficiency, blah, blah, blah. Also, I made a really sick joke about marked
about Mark trucks. Yeah. You ready to get started?
You bet.
Welcome back to the Pyramid, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. My name is Amanda, and I'm your host every single freaking week, except for the weeks that I'm not.
And I'm Eli, the dipshit participation trophy of co-hosts.
Slay. Can you point that? Can you tip that up toward? Nope, other way. I'll mute you. I will fully unplug your mic. Yeah, there you go. I will silence men. I have no problem with that.
That's fair. We've had our time.
It's true.
I need to put it up a little higher because it keeps
Today I was telling
sinking.
I was telling a friend of mine, like, I don't think we're anti-men enough as a society. And
Amanda,
she kind of laughed and she said, I think we might be getting there. And I was like, no, we can never be enough.
Amanda, I think you are anti-men enough.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
You are like militantly anti-man.
Anytime I meet a man, I assume the worst. I'm like, you will ruin my life and destroy my self-esteem probably. And it's like, maybe let's
Do you think maybe that's setting the relationship up for failure and it's maybe not the man's fault?
No.
Okay.
No, women have never made mistakes ever.
Onward.
And I love being a girl. Eli, do you want to get into the pyramid of life, bruh? Do you have it? Oh, no, actually, shut the hell up. We got an email.
I'm sorry.
So sorry. Hang on one second.
Can I guess who it's from?
We got two emails.
Can I guess who one of them is from?
Hang on. No. One is a follow-up from Florence, who had the email subject line, to host one email, I'm so sorry.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Like, A, the joke, amazing. B, the apology, hilarious.
Yeah, that's in the email Hall of Fame, probably.
2 jokes, 1 email, I'm so sorry. That's amazing. Sorry, I'm turning myself down a little bit.
Sorry?
She said, hey, pals, I just want to say thank you so much for taking a call in. And in the spirit it was meant, and being open to hearing it, it's always a big relief when people whose work you enjoy are also, good human beings.
Well, I don't know about that.
I don't know if you can say that what we do is work, but okay.
Well, I just meant good people.
Oh, yeah, that too. Eli's a piece of shit.
Thank you.
At the risk of being a basic white music nerd by referencing Hamilton, I have always been more of the, if you stand for nothing, what'll you fall for? Fart for.
Fart for? I'll fart for
if
plenty.
If you stand for nothing, what'll you fall for? Which, side note, Florence, if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything is an Alexander Hamilton IRL quote. Lin-Manuel Miranda did not write that line. Alexander Hamilton is quoted by saying, if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. Which, bars, kind of, you know what I mean? It's a pretty good line. I must say everything I felt strongly about approach. I must say everything I feel strongly about approach. What? But I've put a lot of work into having a more measured delivery. Oh, say I must say everything I feel strongly about approach. Like that's the approach that she normally takes. Sorry, I'm having a hard time thinking about that. But I've put a lot of work into having a more measured delivery, so I'm glad it's coming across how I intended. Hope your week has been good. Relative term in this garbage fire time we live in, but you get the idea. XXX. Little kisses from Florence.
This thing is slowly sagging, and I don't know what to do. Aren't we all?
Real. Aren't we all sagging a little and don't know what to do?
Melissa's not, according to this episode.
Okay. Oh, my God. I can't wait to talk about perky boobs. I'm so excited.
That's one of my favorite things in the world, actually.
I know it is. So who's the other email from?
Tony,
the subject line is the truth behind Abby's mom and Brooke's solo song, which we had 2 really big questions about both of these things last week, so I'm interested in this.
That's true.
Hello, Amanda, and the unidentified straight white male voice that lives in Amanda's basement.
That's good. That's good.
First of all, happy belated 4th of July, Amanda. Eli, hi, I guess.
Thanks, man.
I just listened to the last episode y'all did with Her Majesty Mrs. Little, Mrs. Jake. And I wanted to spill some tea specifically about the health of Abby's mom and the song that was used for Brooke Solo. Christy and Kelly just went over this in their episode on their podcast recently, and when they talked about Abby's mom being sick, Christy said Abby was actually doing meet and greets and other events. Knowing Abby, being the broke bitch she is, will do anything for the bag, and the whole situation of her mom being sick was partially a storyline loosed by production, with trigger warnings for spoilers. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Abby's mom does eventually pass away during the shooting of this show.
An old sick person passes away?
Yeah, exactly. That does happen. Sometime after, I'm not going to say that because that's a major spoiler, but major spoiler. But there are other things that happen in the show canonically, and Abby's mom passes away. let's
Brooke
see.
does a solo that's so bad it kills Abby's mom.
No. That's what Abby would say, though.
Right.
You are so bad that it literally killed someone.
Yeah.
And in regards to the song that was used in Brooke's solo, it was her vocals, but Kelly said on this other podcast that someone, most likely the producers, gave Brooke the lyrics for the first time when she stepped into the booth and basically just sang along with the lyrics. So she didn't write the song. They're just like, here, child actor, sing this. And that's what they did.
Why do producers never know how to do anything?
It's crazy. Brooke never wrote the song I heard, but is actually about the pain Brooke suffered through her time at the studio and on the show because, like Amanda said in an earlier episode, Brooke was initially Abby's favorite, and at this point, Maddie was the favorite, and Brooke eventually began to despise being at the studio because of how she, Paige, and Kelly were being treated. Sure. So, like, the producers just fed her some nonsense lyrics because they were like, this is probably relatable.
Totally.
But onto the Pyramid of Life and Shenanigans, where I have two tops of the pyramid. At the bottom of the pyramid is the fact that the face vents in my car don't work. What's a face vent?
The vents that aim at your face.
Duh, Amanda. Don't work. And it's in the middle of the summer, and Idaho gets hot as fuck. So the fact that I don't get AC in my car sucks just as much as Eli's goofy-ass mace. Sorry.
I also don't have AC in my car.
Yeah,
Tony.
I thought that's where that was going to go.
I live in Tennessee. Get on my level.
Yeah, it fucking is
so hot down here.
It's crazy.
God.
The middle of my pyramid is the anime One Piece, which thanks to Danny and Xavier, I was peer pressured into watching because it's a fun, goofy anime to watch, but holy shit, it's long as hell. The first half of my pyramid is the fact that the Thunder Saga by Jorge Rivera was released on the 4th of July. This is a composer that Tony canonically really enjoys. Mm-hmm. Released on the 4th of July because the music gives off a good winter snow theme. Oh, sorry, a good Winter Guard show theme. Wow, I don't know why I read the word snow.
I was going to say that's not very appropriate for July.
Winter Guard show theme. It's good music, and the music gives good callbacks to other songs from previous sagas, especially the Ocean Saga. And the other top of my pyramid is the fact that I'm now the lead man for Line 3 at the Coke Factory.
Taking over Tony.
For real, which is the production line I run at work. I think I definitely have shown upper management that I'm more than capable of running the line, so I thought I'd share the good news. Slay.
Yeah, we
King
love
Tony.
Yeah, we
Slay.
love growth around here, whether personal,
real,
character, or professional.
Real.
Shout out.
But my song of the week is Misery Business by Paramore. Dog, that song...
It's already on the playlist, first of all.
You would talk about the Coke Factory. That song makes you feel like I just visited the Coke Factory. That song makes you feel high on drugs. I love that song.
Did I talk about going to the Coke Factory?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Just
making sure.
Yeah.
It was great. Or World of Coke. I don't think that's the Coke Factory.
I don't think they call it the Coke Factory.
No, it's World of
World
Coke.
of Coca-Cola. I don't think they would either say World of Coke.
World of Cocaine.
Yeah. You know, cocaine used to be in Coca-Cola.
I've heard that.
I'm so serious. Isn't that weird? They were just like,
weird.
let's just put some drugs in here.
They also used to think that literal heroin, well, actually, until about the 80s, pharmaceutical companies were putting heroin into pills and shipping them out to people.
Crazy. Ugh. Ridiculous. Love Tony, the infamous king of the Coke employees, bestie of the pod, and the Dance Hurrah show of Line 3 every single freaking week except for the weeks that I'm not.
Hell yeah.
Slay. We also got a really sweet review. I haven't checked the reviews in a long time, and I just did it on a whim the other day. And whoops.
How many 1 stars do we have? Those
I think
fun.
only 2.
A second one?
Yes, one was
the one that you read out loud.
Oh,
the
other one that I want this on my tombstone. When I die, I want you to carve this 1-star review on my tombstone. The subject line. This is a year old. This is when we first came back from the break. Oh my god! I guess it's been a 1-year anniversary since we came back from the break.
Hell yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
That is wild.
Oh my god, that's crazy. If I think about that too much, I'm gonna have a crisis again. The subject line of this 1-star review from a year ago was just the word gross, and then the body was the host is one of the whiniest, self-righteous people I have ever heard in my life. Put that on my tombstone when I die.
Yeah.
That was before Eli and I were locked in for real, and it was just me with a bunch of guests every week, which, as a side note, I have no idea how I maintained that pace. A different person every week is fucking crazy.
That's insane.
So glad I'm not so glad I'm not doing that anymore because fuck the guests. I'm just glad I'm not doing it anymore because
that's a lot.
That was a lot. And then there was another one that was about how they thought that I didn't like the show Dance Moms, and I was just like being too harsh, basically.
Well, one of them corrected themselves. Remember that?
Oh yeah, so the OG hater of the show, from the first bad review I ever got before the break, she took it back, sort of. She was like, I stand by most of what I said, but I also am not trying to be a shitbag to you. It was right when I took the break. She DM'd me on Instagram, and she was like, it's me. I'm the hater.
I'm the hater. It's me.
Yeah, but she was like, but I've been listening this whole time. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. She like took it back a little. She took the attitude back, not maybe the content. She was like, I stand by what I said.
That's fair.
But I'm sorry for being a dick, kind of.
We welcome hate listeners around here.
It's amazing.
Love that.
We got this review back in May, and I just never checked it to check the reviews. The subject line is, "You slap, Amanda." Thank you. The review is, "Guys, period, listen, period. Your podcast is everything I didn't know I needed. I recently decided to watch Dance Moms, and I'm shocked over how quickly I was hooked. I need filler in the name of your analysis when I can't binge Dance Moms, which is far too often, being that I'm a single mom of teens who plays baseball." She's a baseball mom, Eli.
Hell yes.
Mind you, my baseball mom life orbits nowhere near to these Dance Moms. I can be bothered to show up to games, fill up water bottles, give rides, and occasionally wash a uniform, period. TBH, I don't even know the name of their coach right now. She's like, this is all I can do.
That's okay. Tell the kids to keep their eye on the ball.
Yeah, you're fine. And even though I'm well into my 40s, my brand of humor aligns with y'all way more than my peers, which is fair because Eli's also in his 40s. Further, I credit you for keeping me current with the jargon that's on trend. This legit maintains my identity, not as a regular mom, but as a cool mom. Thanks for bringing me the sunshine when I need it. P.S. Dr. Holly lives in my heart and soul and is the radical stimulus for making life make sense.
Hell yeah.
Damn. Shouts out. Leave us a review. Send us an email. DM us on Instagram. All the good stuff.
Hell yeah.
Okay, now are you ready to get into the pyramid of life?
Yes, I am. I don't have a bottom. Do you want to go with your
You don't
bottom?
have a bottom of the pyramid? You can't find one thing to complain about this last week? That's crazy.
No,
that's not true.
The only couple of problems that I've really experienced in the last 6 days, I've already complained about.
Oh.
There's ongoing problems. So yeah. So I won't even bother.
So yeah. Okay, that's fair. The bottom of my pyramid is people who don't wear deodorant to the gym.
Oh, fucking hell.
The number of times I've been to the climbing gym and someone's walked past me and I've just I feel like I have
I have one.
Plugged my nostrils into their armpit is crazy. And the overlap between hipsters who don't wear deodorant and hipsters who go climbing, that Venn diagram's just a circle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But be a hippie, be who you are in your pride. I don't care. Wear deodorant to the gym. That's crazy.
The bottom of my pyramid then is similar, but it's guys that put on cologne in the locker room before working out.
That sounds disgusting.
What is the matter with you?
That sounds disgusting. Cologne in the locker room?
Yes. They
dropping Axe bombs?
A good bit of cologne in the locker room. They spray,
Ew.
spray, and then go work out.
Ew.
What are you doing?
What do you think you're doing by doing that?
Half of them already stink, so they're trying to cover it up. Cologne does not do that.
It's not an antiperspirant, girl.
No.
That's disgusting, yeah.
And it's not a shower. If you already stink, even putting deodorant on isn't going to fix it.
What are we in middle school?
Yes.
Get a grip. If you're old enough to have a gym membership, you're old enough to own a stick of deodorant, girl.
That's what I'm saying,
That's
dog.
crazy. What's your middle of the pyramid then?
The middle of my pyramid is celebrating the 4th of July for our international listeners. That is America's
the worst
Independence
day ever.
Day.
We should not have been allowed to be by ourselves.
It is.
We should have stayed
under the Brits.
Yes.
They've killed even more people than we have. I don't know about that.
But I don't feel like being left to our own devices is working out very well either.
It's not. They're in a similar boat, though, trust me. Anyway, so American Independence Day, that is a thing to celebrate, becoming our own thing and blah, 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 whatever the history. I don't care about the history.
Blah, 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 blah.
The good of it is...
hot dogs.
It's a day off of work.
True.
There's hot dogs and beer.
Did you get Friday off?
Yes.
I did.
So I've been up Thursday through Sunday. That was so sick.
I didn't. I had to go in on Friday.
That sucks a lot. But it's a whole holiday around being outside, grilling out, drinking a bunch of beer, preferably near water. Like,
yeah. Are you a grill master? Are you out there?
I tend not to.
Oh.
I'd rather hang out and drink a beer, and then food happens.
You're trying to drink a Blue Moon, huh?
I got Blue Moon Light. Don't do that. It's bad.
Is it gross?
Yeah.
Blue Moon by itself is nasty.
Regular Blue Moon is good, actually. It's not a pool beer. It's like I'm gonna get an artisanal burger in an overpriced gastropub kind of beer.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like the actual day was wonderful. Like again, the day off work, blah blah, the food and the beer, whatever. But the bad part of it is like a conservative redneck's fucking wet dream of a holiday.
It's Christmas for them.
And they wrap themselves in the flag, which is a violation of the U.S. flag code. You're not allowed to do that.
Also true.
And they do USA chants for no reason,
Why?
surrounded by other Americans. Like, what are we doing?
We're all here.
Yeah, I don't get it. A day to be off work and outside and drinking by a pool, love all that. But the fact that we're like celebrating one of the biggest genocidal countries in the history of the world, like let's maybe not do that.
Yeah. I am a big fan now as an adult of like Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July. Like the summer holidays are also very fun now that I'm old enough to drink alcohol. Mm-hmm. But like other than that, like to your point, it's just like it's not even like Christmas. You can kind of turn it into your own thing. If you're not a Christian, you can turn Christmas into what it was before the Christians adopted it, which is what does Christmas mean to you, Eli?
I go and eat Chinese food and see a movie.
There you go. And that's Jewish. Like a fun, cute thing.
That's a Jewish Christmas.
Yeah. And before Christmas was appropriated by Christians, it was like a winter solstice. And it was like a very reflective, wonderful time of the year. So, like, you can kind of finesse Christmas to be whatever you want. 4th of July is what it is.
Yeah.
It's the other word is Independence Day.
Yeah.
So it's like you're kind of celebrating this gross thing. Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, it's massacred millions of Native Americans.
Yeah, and not to mention literally any other population ever that's not even just that, but literally everyone.
Yeah.
The middle of my pyramid is not loving media, specifically books, that everyone else does.
Yeah.
Because, like, yes, I want to have my own opinion, but I also want to be like other girls.
I want to, like, enjoy the thing that you also enjoy. I want that connection.
I read the book Yellowface by R.F. Kuang recently, and it's about a white author who steals a Chinese author's book and like sells it off as hers, and people call her out for doing Yellowface, and your main character is like an unreliable narrator and a liar and an obvious racist, and so you as the reader are supposed to be rooting for her downfall, which does come.
Spoiler alert.
I didn't like live, and the girls on TikTok love that book, and I just like didn't. It was too fast and too chaotic for me to buy into the main character's downfall. Like, I didn't feel like I knew her well enough to hate her.
You didn't have time to, like, marinate?
No.
You didn't have time to marihate?
Yeah, real. And I was like, I want to enjoy things like everybody else. Sorry, I had chicken wings and a Diet Coke for dinner, and I am so gassy.
You talked about, you mentioned farting earlier, dude. I farted.
Farting? Oh, yeah, when I was
in the email, I woke up and farted. Like early this morning.
I'm telling you, man, that's what happens when you turn 40.
What? Farty?
You get the morning toots when you turn 40.
You turn farty.
Yeah, it's true.
That might be the best joke I've ever made on this here podcast.
I definitely. I have hours of footage and audio to prove that is true. Oh my God.
Oh, this is the new thing. It's happening. It's too late. I've already made the decision.
Oh, Lord. I'm not excited about
Going fartward. This is the new joke.
Going fartward is crazy.
I do share in that, though.
I just like wanted to enjoy the thing that everybody else was enjoying.
Yeah.
And like, be in the comments and people on like TikTok and stuff who are reading the book. But yeah, it was too fast, and I just couldn't like lock in on this girl to be like, you suck. I couldn't even do that. It was too quick.
You know what is interesting is like the TikTok book girlies. I wonder if like one popular person had that opinion, and then everyone else, in order to like to ride on the coattails of what is being talked about. We're just like, oh yeah, I'm also talking about this book that this person. And so
well, it was also part of Reese Witherspoon's book club, so it has that sticker on the front.
Exactly.
So that's definitely part of it.
So if Reese Witherspoon likes it, now all of a sudden, like tens of thousands of other people are just loving this book, like, or are you just trying to be like Reese Witherspoon?
Right. Which, like,
or without her spoon.
Yeah. So fucking stupid. Okay, what is on the top of your pyramid, bro?
The top of my pyramid was at this 4th of July celebration. So let me I'm going to paint a small picture for you here. Okay. My childhood neighborhood. It's called Cottonwood.
Yes, I'm aware. We've talked about your childhood neighborhood before.
It is a famous neighborhood.
True.
First of all, it's all the cottonwood trees. It's beautiful. But it is like the most family-friendly neighborhood in existence. It's amazing. White picket fences, huge neighborhood pool with a clubhouse. For 4th of July, the neighborhood basically shuts down. They run a parade through the streets that like all the residents like have like their floats and costumes because there's a theme every year.
Is the theme not 4th of July?
The theme was the Olympics this year.
Oh, cute.
And so like all the floats and costumes have something to do with like the Olympics and stuff. Yeah, it was adorable. Anyway, so the parade ends at the clubhouse. There's this huge barbecue. They're grilling burgers and they got hot dogs and stuff. And they do like they'll dump a bunch of cans of soda into the pool and the kids dive in and get them.
Cute.
Then they dump a bunch of beers and all the dads and moms are fighting. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
They have a greased up watermelon polo game, which is like adults versus kids. It's so much fun. And there are hundreds of people there. It is a blast. One of the main events, if not the main event, is the belly flop contest. Yeah. I talk about farting like crazy. I'll push one out of you. And so there's this belly flop contest, and the little kids go for. There's like the kid division, then like the teen young adult division, and then the dad division. Inevitably, because like you can't compete with fucking Randy over there.
No, for real. Who's been working on that beer belly for 20 years?
Yeah, exactly. Lonnie Castle has you beat. I promise. He just does. Anyway, so the like teenage to young adult group goes up right after the young kids went. So the young kids go, everyone's clapping. Oh my gosh, great job. This little 4-year-old did a belly flop in a tutu and everyone went nuts. It was amazing. This long-haired kid, he's probably, I don't know, 17 or so, 16, gross. 17. Just this like literally has a redneck. He gets up onto the diving board holding a Trump t-shirt about to do. And I was just like, all right, so for those that don't know or have forgotten, Cottonwood is in the heart of Franklin, Tennessee, one of the reddest places in the country. Very conservative, very white, very Christian.
Real.
This kid gets up in
That's where we grew up.
Yeah. This kid gets up in a Trump t-shirt, holds it up like this, and everybody booed him.
Shut the hell up.
My mouth fell open. I was just like,
where am I? What's going on?
It was so weird.
What did the kid do? Like, was he?
He looked shocked. He was
really?
Like, and he kind of like put it down and then went and did his belly flop. The most surprising, like the dads that were in front of me were just, you could not have painted a more southern group of dudes.
Sure.
They're enormous, like sandy hair with a visor on, shirtless with the croquis on their sunglasses, Coors Light in hand, huge, like rough voices, and they're booing the shit out of this kid. They're booing the shit out of this kid, and it was phenomenal. Top of the pyramid.
Damn.
No question.
That's nuts.
Yeah. The kid got up because he made it to the next round, but he got up the next time, no t-shirt.
Period. Good for that kid.
Yeah. Well, not good for that kid. Well constructive bullying.
Yeah, constructive bullying does have its place.
I'm telling you.
That's nuts.
Bully racists.
Yeah. Go punch a Nazi.
Yes.
Go bully a racist.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw a bumper sticker one time that said punch a Nazi and eat a piece of cake.
Hell yeah.
It's like, yeah, because life's not that serious, but it is. You know what I mean? That's awesome. At the top of my pyramid, I think I sort of have said this before, but I can't remember. I've done 40 million episodes of this podcast. Who the fuck knows what I've said? I have a pair of headphones that are... I think it's because last week with Jake, I took these off. I may not have screwed that one on. Hang on, let me turn you...
Speaking of being screwy...
There you go.
I don't think this is turning at all. It's fine. I'm good.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah.
I have 1 year for Christmas. The gift I gave to myself was a pair of Beats Studio S3's headphones. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
are active noise canceling, and they're big, and they cover my whole ear. They're an awesome investment. Any noise canceling headphones that are like within your price range, whatever. I got mine on a Black Friday sale back before I bought a house, so they were very much on my at the budget at the time. My Christmas present to myself this year was this house, but a couple years ago I got these headphones. And when you turn them on, the noise canceling is so crazy that you literally can't... I can't even hear, like, the humming of my house. I can't hear the air conditioning, like, nothing. And if you have, like, anxiety or, like, there's a task that you find really overwhelming and you don't want to do because of the sensory overwhelm, get a nice pair of headphones. I, for example, really did not want to go climbing on Sunday... Saturday. Was it Saturday? It doesn't matter. I think it was Saturday. Yeah, it was. Because I have been kind of out of the habit recently because I've been really busy with work, and then I got into a car accident, and you know what I mean? And I've just been kind of like out of it, and I need to go back and get into it, A, because I pay money, and B, because I like going. It makes me feel good when I feel yoked. So I was like, I have to go. I need to get back into it, but I don't want to because it's busy as fuck on a Saturday morning at the climbing gym.
That's fair.
But I put on my big ol' headphones and went and fully... What was I? I was listening to an audiobook. Did my thing. Completely, totally, like, not overwhelmed. I went to Goodwill after, which I hate going to because on a Saturday because there's a million people.
Yep.
But I was looking for something specific, which I found. Slay. Headphones. Great. If you can afford, like, just a good quality pair of Bluetooth noise-canceling headphones... highly recommend.
My little AirPods the AirPod Pros do a pretty
I
darn good job.
I have the first gen. I don't have the ones that you have. I have the ones before that. So, but a noise canceling thing is like primo. Love that.
I'm on board with you for sure.
Loving that. Are you ready to talk about the content of this episode, girl?
You bet your bottom dollar I am.
Slay. When you texted me that earlier, when I asked you if you were okay to record at 7 today, and you texted me that, I could not hear it in your voice.
Hell yeah.
It was crazy.
I'm going to start texting you the word goodbye and see if you like hear me singing.
Yeah. Okay, we're talking about Season 3, Episode 34, that's called Gone, Abby, Gone.
38 on Hulu.
38 on Hulu. 34th, according to the Dance Moms Wiki, the Holy Text, yeah. Previously on, Abby missing. We're doing a competition without her. Gia was kind of like, I don't know what to do if Abby's not here. I don't know who to give solos to. Abby said she's going to kill me and tweet my address if I give Brooke a solo, whatever. And then Kelly was crying a lot with her kids last week.
Yeah.
Okay, we are starting this week in Pittsburgh at Abby's house. She is in a robe and the little twisty thing for your hair. Melissa just walks into her house. Crazy.
First of all, yeah, insane. Second of all, when I first got a glimpse of Abby, I didn't quite see the towel, and I thought she was bald and like just wore a wig all the time.
No.
Her hair looks like she could wear a wig.
Not bald. I mean, she does. She teases it and puts enough hairspray in it that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Melissa walks into her house and she's like, "I'm just here to check in, see how you're doing." Melissa is on, like, she is on her liar shit this episode. It's crazy.
She's on her ass kissing shit.
Yeah, sneaky, conniving bullshit this week, and this is obviously how it starts. And she's, like, asking, like, how are you doing? What's going on? Abby kind of mentions her mom's health. And Abby says that her mom looks healthy, but that she's in a lot of pain. That's kind of problematic to say someone looks healthy, but it's 2012.
Well, I think having the appearance, like, her illness is not physical. Like, it's not manifesting physically.
Right.
That's
she looks
okay.
healthy, but she's in a lot of pain. Okay, whatever.
I think that's okay to say.
Yeah. It's just, like, it's really not that serious. I'm just giving Abby a hard time because she sucks.
That's fair.
And Abby says she doesn't know what she's going to do about, like, coming back to the studio or going to the competition or whatever. She doesn't know what she's going to do.
Melissa says, Maddie needs you. And Abby's like, her needs and my needs are very different things, which that is an excellent response to that.
Yeah, Melissa, girl, creepy, weird.
Yes.
Feeling
Maddie
creepy,
needs you. Really? I need you. Abby, let's make out.
Yeah, literally just kiss. I'm going to look right into the barrel of this camera and say something. Just kiss. You're friends. It doesn't matter. Life's not
as long
that
as they're
serious.
single and consenting.
Right. It literally does not matter. If Abby and Melissa would just kiss a little, a lot of this weird sexual tension or this weird like tension in general would just be resolved. Just kiss already. It's so annoying to see these two people who want to mac a little bit not do it. Just do it. We'll still think you're cool.
I never.
Stupid.
Well, Abby and Melissa, I've never thought they were cool.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Just kiss a little. It's so weird. Maddie needs you. Like, it's just gross. Just kiss.
Yeah.
Abby tells her that it's based on Maddie's record. She's like, listen, she's gonna perform a solo at Nationals. Get off my dick. It's not that serious. Like, she's fine. Shut up. She doesn't need me. She's gonna do a solo at Nationals. Shut up.
Yeah, maybe Melissa would like for her to have like reps or whatever.
Sure.
But I think she's gonna be okay.
And low key, Melissa's brain, I'm sure she's also like, but if you're not there rehearsing with Maddie, the moms are gonna give me a hard time when she does get a solo for Nationals.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? It was like maybe not that unsavory of a take. Abby says in her talking head that as long as the Highlands are there, she's not. Okay, so which is it now? Now we're getting the B story.
Yeah.
Is it my mom is sick and so I'm not going to be there, or is it the Highlands are there so I'm not there?
Also,
which is it?
Also,
I just remembered you didn't clap when I restarted the camera. It doesn't matter. Keep going. Also, what?
Also, I can't believe I forgot the clap.
I know.
That's wild. I've done about 1,000.
We were talking about goofy goober shit.
That's fair.
Pay attention. Anyway.
I'm constantly on my goofy goober shit.
True.
But what was I talking about?
We were talking about Abby saying that if the Highlands are there, she's not going to be there.
Which, like, Abby, it's your dance studio. How is a mom existing there preventing you from going to work?
To your place of business. Your work.
Yeah, you own the place.
Right. It's crazy. 2 preteens deterring you from a business that you own is wild shit.
You're on TV. You don't just own a business. You're on TV.
Yeah, I have that loaded in my back pocket also all the time of like, hey girl, you're being filmed.
Yeah, are you
You're talking
aware
out your ass on TV.
All these cameras are rolling
girl,
right now.
Girl, they're recording you, girl.
What if, like, season 5, she's like, oh, wait, this is on TV?
You're putting this out? What do you mean?
I thought this was for a home movie.
Abby tells Melissa, you know how my mother feels about Kelly? There's some lore there.
Sick?
Remember, Kelly was at the studio when Abby was a teen, and Kelly took lessons from Abby's mom.
Oh, yeah.
So the lore is deep with the Highlands. You know what I mean? So she's like, you know how my mom feels about Kelly. Doesn't elaborate on that. Great. And then brings up something about her dad's passing and that she needs time to, come back.
And Melissa starts sobbing.
It's bizarre.
Melissa is so annoying.
Yeah, especially this episode. She has one moment that made me literally laugh out loud because she was acting so goofy. Okay, it cuts to the den in the studio, and Christy says that she thinks it's weird that Melissa is meeting in secret with Abby. Thank you so much, Christy, the voice of the people, truly.
Yeah.
Gia comes in and she's like, listen, I talked to Abby. They are competing. Maddie gets a solo. Duh. Maddie...
Yeah. The thing... So that happened, and then she had a talking head where she gave some horrifically scripted line. And my literal thought was, more Gia? Please, God, no.
Yeah, in the talking head, it's like gun
she's
to her
so
head.
Uninteresting.
I know. Well, she's so normal is the thing. Like, she's just like a choreographer at a studio in Pittsburgh. She's not made for TV.
No, she's not. But, like, also, I just have, like, a little personality. At one point later in the episode, she's in her talking head. You see her glance down for a second, like she's checking the notes that are being fed
she's
to
like
her.
looking. She's
Read
like
the cue
looking
card.
at the cue card. Yeah, crazy. And Gia assumes that the group is everyone. Maddie's not getting a solo, but she is getting a feature in the group. And Melissa's like, okay, yeah, like immediately freaking out, but acting like she's not freaking out, which is
also
amazing.
Just like that's Abby throwing scraps to her, and she's just like, oh
yes,
my
god, thank you so much. Yeah,
nom.
Thank you for the approval. Asia and Mackenzie are doing a duet with one another.
I smelled this shit coming a mile away.
As
soon as
crazy.
She said these two have a duet, I was like, this is a competition between them.
Yeah, for sure. Jill pipes up, of course, because one thing Jill will never do is shut the hell up about
She
anything
just
ever.
Can't.
Jill is like, excuse me, that's only 3 numbers and we normally do 4. And she says in her talking head that she's pissed about this, especially with it being so close to Nationals.
My little Kindle.
I think, which, side note, oh yeah, you can see it in the viewfinder. My Kindle that's up there, I call that, to my sister, I refer to that as my little Kindle.
That's so
I'm
funny.
like, I brought my little Kindle with my pop socket on the back that says Hot Girls Read. My little Kindle.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so Jill's pissed because Nationals are so close, and My Little Kindle's not getting a solo.
Whatever.
There's no pyramid this week, according to Gia, and the moms start clapping. They're like,
Yes.
thank fuck we don't like the pyramid. It fucking
And she was
sucks.
like, and that's the pyramid. And they all
like,
clap.
woo!
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay, cut to Ohio with special teams and special ops. Okay,
Special players, special plays.
It's true.
As soon as I saw that we were going
To
to Ohio, I heaved this huge sigh, just like, oh fuck.
I love Ohio
It's
shit.
about to fucking happen
It's about
again.
to go down.
It's again.
Kathy's about to be a Disney villain for real.
Yeah,
for real.
She's on a couple
Talk
weeks
about goofy
rest.
goober shit.
Yeah, she's on a couple weeks rest, man. She's re-energized and ready to fuck around.
She's been on vocal rest. She's ready to sing the 11 o'clock number.
Oh God, did she?
I know. Lennon is back. She's been resting. She's been working professionally, Slay, and now she's back.
Is Lennon they or she?
I believe Lennon's pronouns are she, they.
Okay, because I
So you
wrote
can
they
go with
all over
yeah.
my notes.
I think
Okay.
you can go with either or.
They is always the safe choice.
That's true. That's true. Especially if that's what is identified in the preferred pronouns.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony's not there. Kathy in her talking head says that he hasn't produced
Brought
a win in a while.
I mean,
What?
Here's
you
the-
say your hot take and then I'll say mine.
I don't know that this is a hot take, but first of all, that is the case.
Yeah.
And if you're not winning, then that's it. It's like,
Yeah.
one person in your viewership, our viewership and listenership, cares about football, and Justin Herbert is a guy that I stand for, quarterback for the Chargers. I think he is immensely talented, and he just hasn't won anything. The Chargers just find ways to lose games, and eventually you got to stop making excuses for the guy. Anthony is like the Justin Herbert of this show.
Damn.
He you can see that he's got the tools. You can see that he knows dance.
He's got the range.
He clearly knows dance. The problem, the excuses that I have been making for him is that Kathy doesn't just let him teach.
That's also true.
If you could fully commit to his system of teaching, if he could fully do his thing and give the kids and the moms and everyone time to adjust to it, okay, this is how this culture is now.
Yeah.
We're not just going to fight and only do it sometimes, and Kathy's going to come in and override him sometimes.
No.
It doesn't matter how good or bad something is, it's not going to work if it's not given a fair chance. I don't think Anthony at any point was actually given a fair chance.
I don't think so either.
He is my Justin Herbert.
Real. Isn't there an NFL team who just hired the first female head coach?
Yeah, and I'm not sure who it is.
Damn.
That feels like something the
Is it the
Chargers might have done.
Seahawks?
The Seahawks are fairly
Is it Seattle?
liberal. I don't know.
I saw
talk and
it.
I'll Google.
Okay. I saw it flash up randomly on an ad, so I didn't really pay attention. Yes, Anthony's not there, and Kathy says, Kathy says that she doesn't have to run interference with Anthony and the mom, so she's really stoked about that. So she says because Anthony and the moms are always in it, cut to a super cut of Anthony and Kathy getting into it all the time. So really she's happy that she doesn't have to deal with her own biggest hater, because Anthony's not really having run-ins with the moms. He's having run-ins with Kathy.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. This is the producers just being shady.
Truly. Also, there are several female coaches.
Head coaches.
There is no female head coach.
I think they just hired one.
There's not. There is no woman who's a head coach.
But I saw a thing on my Alexa that said first ever NFL.
It was probably
female head coach.
Who's in charge of
Special teams
coordinator or something.
Okay. Maybe I just wasn't reading a headline properly.
Because I saw the same thing, but it wasn't that. Because there's the Bears have the assistant running backs coach, and she was the first woman in like Bears franchise history. She was hired back in February. So like it's roles like that. Someone was hired for like a little bit better, like assistant running backs coach is like very little, but that's great that it's what's happened, but that's not like an important role. I think someone was hired as like a more prominent role.
Yeah.
But not a head coach.
Okay. Last time that the Candy Apples went up against the ALDC, they lost, and they want to like win and like avenge their death especially as nationals get closer. Do you want to talk about the apple tree setup? Because it doesn't fucking matter, and it's also not equal. The bottom is Lennon, and so is Mary. Mary's mom is pissed and says that her being on the bottom is an insult to the dance community, which did make me laugh out loud.
I laughed out loud at that,
That was
too.
pretty funny.
Yeah, like Mary is such a rock within the community.
It is like, an insult to the dance community.
This is just a sham.
Dancers everywhere are quaking because Mary is on the bottom of the tree.
The people will rise with their pitchforks and their torches.
Stupid. Nakaya's in the middle because she doesn't take classes anywhere else, which is weird.
Well,
Hadley's in the middle. Who cares?
I think the point about Kaya is like that it's starting to show that the others take classes and she doesn't. Like she's just not quite as refined. Yeah. And Black Patsy, her mom is just like, some of us don't have the money for that.
Yeah, great point.
And also she's awesome, so shut up.
Right, great point. Not everyone has just like thousands of dollars to just throw at the wall.
Yeah.
For a dance classes.
Yeah, her kid's already a badass. Like,
yeah,
it's
she's
cool.
Fine. Lucas, fully have never seen this child before. He's at the top of the tree.
Yeah, I don't.
Never seen this child before in my life, but whatever.
I wrote in my notes, Lucas top, who the fuck is this guy?
Who is this bitch? Yeah, it's crazy.
Check out this motherfucker.
Going to Charleston for the Masters of Dance.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were continuing to the next thing that was happening.
What?
At one point, oh, sorry, I might be cutting you off a little bit,
okay.
But like Lennon gets a solo, and Kathy talks about how they'll be going up against Chloe, and Kathy says something along the lines of, like, the quote starts, "I know first-handedly." I don't think that's a word.
Oh my God. It's like when people say that they're conversating with someone. No.
You're conversing.
A conversation is not because two people are conversating.
Conversing.
They are conversing and having a conversation. It is not conversating.
Yeah, I know first-handedly.
No,
I know firsthand.
Kathy.
That XYZ.
Babe, that's crazy.
She just isn't good at talking. I've said this so many times. She's
very inarticulate.
She's really bad at it.
Yeah.
She's articulate. She's just dumb. She doesn't... She knows how to say most
dumb
words.
Shit.
She knows how to pronounce words. She just doesn't know the correct order to put them in or when to actually use them.
That's so funny. We're going to Charleston for Masters of Dance. The Adelaide Dance Company will be there, obviously. We're doing a Phoenix-themed number, which I don't hate as a concept.
So, fun story, actually.
Do it.
I had a marching band show that I designed called From the Ashes.
Yeah.
That was.
Is that the one that Chandelier was going to be in? Or is that something else?
We considered it. Yeah, we considered it.
And it didn't make the cut?
No. We had other ideas.
Oh, is there tea there?
No.
Oh, you were being very coy. I thought there was like insider secrets.
No, I'm trying to remember exactly what happened, and I kind of don't remember.
That's fair.
This was back in.
They say the mind is the first thing to go.
Mine went years ago.
The end is near.
Years ago.
Kathy says that she saw on social media that Chloe's doing a solo. I don't know what that means or how she would have seen that, but okay, great.
It was a MySpace announcement.
Yeah, I guess. And then we get the plug for Lennon doing a solo specifically against Chloe. Excuse me.
Just a belching machine over there.
Gassy. I don't know what to tell you. And Lennon says, like, without Anthony being a dick, it should be pretty easy to squeak out a win. Pretty much that's basically what Lennon says word for word.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Not
they
really.
said that like I think one of the moms said something about like
Probably.
they felt like had held back or whatever. Like they can't fully embrace what they're doing because they're afraid or whatever. I don't know about that.
They're afraid or whatever. Yeah. Chloe. We cut to seeing Chloe's solo rehearsal. Question, Eli, do you think nationals are coming up soon?
No, why do you say that?
Oh my God. If you are unsure about whether or not nationals are right around the corner, give it like 10 seconds and someone will mention it. It is fucking crazy.
Just keep shrieking about it.
Holly in her talking head says she thinks it's unfair that Abby's not here to like make an informed decision about nationals.
She
Great
says
point.
it would be nice if she made decisions based on things that she observes.
The gentle read.
Yes.
It's amazing. And then Kelly asks Melissa, like, hey, this is when I laughed out loud. Kelly's like, hey, girl, when you were like having brunch with the bestie, did she say anything about nationals? And Melissa goes, did she?
What did she
Nationals.
say? Did she
I don't.
say?
Did she? I
And
don't
then it
know.
cuts to a talking head. That was
And I was
hilarious.
like, here I am talking about nationals.
Yeah.
It's like goofy as fuck. And Melissa's like,
Melissa's a terrible liar.
oh,
Terrible
the
liar.
worst liar. I wonder if Melissa's an only child. Because I feel like to have siblings, you kind of have to be at least somewhat of a good liar. Because you're usually in cahoots with a sibling. You know what I mean?
Cahoots. One
So
of my
she's-
favorite places to be.
I know, me too. So she's either an older child who's like, fuck my younger siblings, or she's an only child.
Interesting.
That's my perspective. My sister used to tell lies to get me out of trouble, which is
I did the same thing
crazy.
for my brothers.
Did you really?
Yeah.
She would fully be like, no, I'm the one who did it, so that she would get the punishment and I wouldn't. Because
Yeah.
she couldn't stand to see me be punished. And eventually my mom caught on and she was like, okay, the jig is up. You can't, the straight A student who's getting 50 million AR points every 3 months, you are not the person who's plugging the tweezers into the socket. That's your younger sister. You are lying. Stop it. You're going to be in trouble for lying. And then she was like, oh, okay, I guess it's Amanda. Couldn't.
I'm certain your mom didn't do this, but I knew, like, my brothers were both like a lot smaller than me, and our mom was gonna beat the shit out of whoever did the thing. And I was like, I'm bigger, I can take it.
No, yeah, my mom was.
My brothers can't hang.
I think I got like a whooping maybe like once or twice, but that was not like a routine thing in my
Oh,
house.
not to get too deep into it, but our mom like kicked our asses.
Damn,
Like
yeah, no.
like legit.
I didn't have it like that.
Hey, if you're a parent out there, don't fucking do that,
Don't
please.
hit your kids, please.
I'm 34 and I think about it all the time.
We're pleading. Please,
Yeah,
do
don't
not,
hit your kids.
Please do not hit your children.
For them, it's life-changing. For you, it's just another Tuesday.
That's true. Fuck, I was gonna say something else about my goofy sister, who's probably listening. Shouts out to the
Hi,
best.
Neely. You're the
Shouts
best.
out. I can't remember what I was gonna say.
You know that meme where it's like it's I see it a lot on like Father's Day. Oh God, I see it a lot on Father's Day where it's like a dad with like a shield and there's like arrows and horrible things and there's a little kid like looking at a flower right under it or whatever. That was Neely with you and me with my brothers.
The craziest thing is there's two like anecdotes in my family that get passed around about me. One is that when I used to be like a menace, obviously, and I would literally take knives or tweezers and put them in the sockets.
Oh, Amanda.
And my mom and I would be like, Mom, it made a sound. It's smoking. She'd be like, yeah, idiot, knock it off.
You're ruining
She
our home.
put a plastic like plug on it. Yoink, pulled it off, put the thing in there anyway. And my mom was like, we had to figure out something else. The other thing is that my mom used to do this thing where, if all of our bedrooms were upstairs in our childhood home. Shut up, timer. I'll reset the camera in just a second. Stop. And our laundry room was downstairs. Our bedrooms were upstairs. So my mom would like do laundry and fold the laundry downstairs, put it on the steps so that when you walk upstairs, you like take the basket and go upstairs. My ass didn't do that. I would just leave it there. And she'd be like, Amanda, come get your laundry. So one day she like took it upstairs, she put it in the drawer, she hung it up for me, all this shit. And I was like, oh my God, thanks, Mom. And Neely, she did the same thing for Neely. And she was like, all right, that'll be 50 cents. And my mom was like, if you're going to treat me like a maid, you're going to tip me. My sister never did it again. Never. My ass gave her a whole $1 and said, this is for this week and the other half is for next week.
That's incredible.
And my mom was like, that's not the point.
Yeah, no, it is, Mom.
I was like, you said that you gave me a rate and I'm paying you and I'm putting a down payment on next week.
Yeah, you're getting continuing
like,
business.
That's not the point, idiot. It was amazing. So anytime anyone is meeting my sister specifically, they're like, oh, what's your younger sister like? She's like, let me tell you. Let me tell you about the laundry.
Let me tell you about
I'm going to restart the camera now.
Let me tell you about the electrical sockets.
Yeah. Melissa tells the moms that Abby said that Maddie will probably have a solo. Maybe. Who knows? She definitely will.
Yeah.
And then Jill's pissed, because Melissa is getting her child ahead. And Holly rolls her eyes out loud. Like, the The full 360 that the eyeball does is crazy. Yeah. Audibly eye rolling. And then we cut to a commercial.
We find ourselves after this commercial back at the wooden nickel bar where we've been before.
Yes.
And the first thing I notice when they get inside, there are like white tablecloths on all the tables.
It gives me the vibes of Amerigo's. Have you been to Amerigo's before?
Maybe like
It's like it's like Buca di Beppo.
Oh yeah,
like the Italian place that
thinks
takes itself.
It's a nice place.
Yes, and it's like, girl, this is pasta.
It's just not.
It's not that serious.
It's fine pasta.
Yeah, I got that same vibe too. I thought that was kind of strange. Let's see. Oh, they're going out to celebrate Kelly coming back to the squad, coming back to the team. Blah,
yeah,
blah, blah.
And I noticed that, like, first of all, where the hell's Leslie? Second of all, that's just something I noticed.
Wait, is Peyton on the team this week?
No.
What the hell?
I don't think so.
Why didn't we hear anything about that?
I don't know.
Oh my God, this show is a mess, dude.
Yeah.
This show is a mess.
I realized it at this point because I was like, oh, all the moms. Wait, where the hell's Leslie? And then I was like, oh wait, Leslie has been
Leslie's
gone.
Not here. Even though last week she was like, I will literally shoot anyone who says I'm not on this team.
I'm on the team forever.
It's on site.
Not only are you not on the team, no one even mentions you.
No one even brings it up a little bit.
Nope.
Crazy. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
It is important to clock at this moment. Kelly says she can dish whatever Abby can take, or she can take whatever Abby can dish, but she is upset that Abby takes out her issues with Kelly on the other girls and on the other moms.
Sure.
Hold on to that, because she will take that back and go the opposite direction very soon. But she's saying that now. Kelly also tells the moms that she would rather leave than have the moms have like training time stolen from their child. Again, clock it. She will take it back, but that's what she's saying right now.
Let's keep that same energy, Kelly.
And then that's it. It's like a very short, like kind of nothing scene.
A lot of these scenes, excuse me. A lot of these scenes were like a little like punctuate. They were very like short, and like there should have been a little more to them, and it just kept feeling like that. I wanted to see these moms do some tequila shots, dude.
Dude, have we
order a round of like lemon drops? Thank you. Just do those.
Have we seen the episode where Jill does a body shot off of someone?
My God, what?
That might be an episode that you weren't on.
Oh.
They went to Miami one time and got lit as fuck, and Jill did a body shot off of a male dancer.
Hell yeah.
But is it because off of a man? Ugh.
I mean.
Off a man?
I mean.
Ew. Whatever.
I've had someone do a body shot off of me.
I know. I'm not surprised. Story? Yes, you've told me that story. We've been friends for 5 years. I know about the time that someone did a body shot off of you. Right. Because they were doing one of those bachelorette things, and they had to do like the thing about the thing. And like, oh yeah, I've heard this story before. I also heard about the time that you went to Las Vegas, and it was like the latest time of your entire life because you kept getting to do all this cool free shit because people just situations just kept aligning.
That was in Miami, actually.
It was? Did you also go to Vegas and have a lit-ass time?
I had a fun time in Vegas. It wasn't like that. Miami was where we
just like cool shit.
We're handed drinks and got into places. And that was Miami. That was Miami,
okay. We're in, I think it's the cat hair. I'm so sorry. It's like the allergen.
I think it's just I've been talking a lot today, honestly.
Maybe it's that. In the den, Kendall says that she's waiting for Abby to walk in randomly and go, "You're doing that wrong. You're doing this wrong. Stop. You're doing this wrong."
Yeah. Do you think maybe that's happened once or twice?
Yeah, for sure. Then we see the group rehearsal. The moms are upstairs in the Lido deck. Holly, once again, is like, it's really annoying that Abby's not here. It's very unprofesh, but like, whatever. We get a really gross comment about Abby's weight and about leaving a trail to lure her back to the studio with food.
What I liked about that, though, is that like Christy makes the comment, Kelly laughs, and it cuts to the other moms stone-faced.
Because it's not funny.
They did not find it funny at all.
Because what's the punchline? LOL fat? That's crazy.
That's correct. Jill kind of gets in on it, but like they're just so... Like, they just seem like very over it.
Yeah.
Christy says, "Oh, I'm going to burn." And then Kelly says, "Well, I'll be right there with you."
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand people that, like, being an asshole is, like, a part of their personality.
Yeah,
and it's one that they, like, think is admirable or worth celebrating funny. Or whatever. Yeah. Like, oh, so you're awful?
Cool.
Great.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a very weird vibe. When they go after Abby's weight... We've said this before. We'll say it until we stop doing this podcast. There are so many other things to dunk on Abby for that have nothing to do with how she looks even a little bit.
Yeah, how someone looks is none of your business. How she acts
and
is
not
all
indicative of anything.
right.
Like
Right.
anything. It's just not. It's so weird.
I know wonderful fat people and terrible skinny people.
Wonderful fat person sitting right here, bitch. Okay, in Ohio we see the Candy Apples group rehearsal. They're doing this Rising Out of the Ashes to be Victoria's theme. Kathy says that she doesn't need Anthony to win this week. Okay, sure.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do, but whatever. And then Yvette is like, it's my time to shine. I'm a choreographer now.
She also kind of crushes it though.
She knows what she's talking about. I'm wondering if she like owns a studio.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Because like she very much knew what she was talking about.
She had that rehearsal like she did the thing where like in band you're like, all right, we're gonna run this one section going here to here, stop when you get to this point.
Yep.
And then she's like counts it off, they go, one kid keeps on, she's like,
Yeah.
well, we were gonna end there, but now we're gonna do it again because so and so kept going.
I clocked
Again,
that
5
too.
6, and it's
Yep.
not like she's not dwelling on it. There's no lecture, just
Yeah.
you fucked up again.
That's the thing is it's like, yeah, the not dwelling on it because you are just getting reps in.
It's
Where
practice.
Like, okay, whatever, you didn't start. Okay, we're going to stop. We're going to start over because we didn't all start on time. Ready and go. Yeah. Yeah, she seems to know what she's doing. She's kind of crushing it. Kathy says that she's fine with Yvette helping, but she's the ultimate authority. We know, Kathy. We know, girl.
Also, Kathy made a comment about like I believe Lennon does a move like this or whatever.
Oh, like
when they like
yeah,
push a little bit downwards, and Kathy goes, "Yeah, push Anthony's face down into
That's
the ground."
Anthony's face.
And then she like grinds her foot in the floor. What was that, Kathy? Jesus.
Weird vibes. Again, you could just kiss.
He's
You're-
a human being.
It's giving enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all could just kiss a little. That's stupid. We see the Abbey Lee Dance Company's group rehearsal now. We cut from Ohio back to Pittsburgh. Christy says that she saw on social media that Kathy's going to be there. I guess we're just doing like PSAs about where we're going on Instagram. I guess that's what we're doing. And Melissa says that Abby's going to show up to protect them from Kathy. And Chris is like, no, the fuck, she's not. She's afraid of Kathy's purse. Which I thought was really funny.
That's a great line. Also, you remember like away messages on AOL Instant Messenger?
No, because I'm 27 and not 42. Just kidding. My older sister had an AOL account. I did not.
Yeah, but that was the thing. You're just like,
Yeah.
going
Not
to the
here.
pool, LOL.
Yeah.
Because that's like when like, what is LOL called?
Like
it's
shorthand.
It's an acronym, but yeah, there's a word for it.
Yeah.
But that's like when that really
Yeah.
like became a thing.
LOL, yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Going to the pool, LOL. That's so fun. I love that. I have to tell Addison something. Does she still listen every week? It's okay if the answer is no.
She doesn't listen to the dance moms part. She listens to like the very beginning, then she skips to the end to hear the song.
That's a serve.
I'll give her
yeah.
a timestamp.
Addison, I have found the secret beach. I need to text you. I'm saying this out loud. I have found the secret beach.
Oh shit.
The end.
Don't actually text her.
I won't.
Because I'm going to send her this episode on Wednesday, and
There you
she'll
go.
listen to the part, and she'll text you.
Yes. I have found the secret beach. Okay, Melissa says that. Abby's going to
So
show
the
up.
legends are true.
It's true. I'll never tell you where it is though. And after they're talking about like Kathy's, like afraid, or Abby's afraid of Kathy's purse, Abby walks in, and the way that like, and Christy says, or no, Kelly says, the way that she walks in and just sucks the vibe and the fun out
Yes.
of the room
Immediately.
is fucking crazy.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh,
And,
God.
and Kelly's like, what's she gonna do to my kids? I'm scared. Commercial. Like,
Yeah.
it is nuts the way that the vibe totally shifts from like normal regular dance rehearsal vibes to what if she kills my child?
Someone's going to get stabbed. Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy. We come back. Abby looks at the Highland girls and she says, "What are you two doing here?" Abby, they're here because neither one of them can drive. And their mom is like, "We're going to dance rehearsal." That's what they're doing.
Actually, Abby, they're here because they hate you.
Yeah, they're here
That's
because
it.
their mom said that they needed to be here. She says that they're going to be doing solos every week so that they have the same time as Maddie. She's like, "You're going to be doing solos every single week, and I'm going to give you just as much of time as I give Maddie." Blah blah blah.
And
Okay,
she says, if you're going to be here, you're going to work. She's like, I'm giving you solos, and you're getting just as much time as Maddie. And everyone's like, That's what we've wanted this whole time.
Yeah. What is it? What do you mean by that?
Is this punishment? Do you think you're punishing us?
Very
oh,
weird.
no, darn.
Yeah.
We get to dance and get to learn? Amazing.
Confused.
Yeah.
Confused.
Why is this a punishment?
And she says she's going to work them so much that they regret coming back. Yikes. The group routine we find out now is called black and blue, like a bruise.
Okay, so
I'm scared.
Yeah, I really thought... So we didn't get a lot about this, but I was like, if Abby had this from the beginning, she would have given... She's like, here's a dance about domestic violence.
I think that's what it was, and she just wasn't there to say it.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Right.
Anyway, it's just like nuts.
Let's dwell in that awful
crazy,
thing for a second.
Group rehearsal continues, and then Abby waves at all the moms. She's like, get down here. Get your ass down here. And the moms come downstairs, and Jill's like, hey, girl, where you been? And she's like, I've been here. And she's like, no, you haven't.
No,
what do you
mean?
mean?
Fully have not.
What do you mean? And someone says that she went to go judge another competition, and she's like, I don't need to tell you every detail about my life. And Kelly's like, okay, well, then when we're not here, you don't get to ask us. It's like immediately... I know you are, but what am I? Point
it's
of
a lot
view.
of that.
POV, I'm rubber, you're glue. It's very strange.
Did you see my Instagram post?
No, I haven't been on Instagram once.
Oh, well.
About what?
My caption that I just showed you was POV something else.
Oh, damn.
And so I thought you were making a reference to it, and now I'm realizing you didn't. And I think I'm more important than I actually am. Brutal.
Devastating. You hate to see it. You hate to see a straight white man lose.
I know, it's the first time it's ever happened. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't know how it feels. Have you watched Parks and Rec back in the day?
I have seen several dozen episodes.
There's an episode where Anne and her best friend, or Leslie and her best friend Anne, have to split up for something, and Anne goes, oh, I thought, Rashida Jones. She's like, oh, I thought you would pick me to be on your team. And Leslie goes, oh, Anne, you beautiful starfish. I forget because you're so beautiful that you're not used to rejection. And then talks about why they can't be on the same team.
Amazing.
I forget because you're so beautiful you're not used to rejection. Abby asks Kelly why she's there, and then she's like, also, why do all of y'all bitches let her run her ugly and pathetic mouth? Which is weird because they're all grown-ass adults, so just let them live.
And it's not their job to police what she says.
She's their friend. What do you mean? Why do you let her do that? They're friends. That's strange to me.
And Kelly's like, they all agree, which is not the right thing to say because Melissa exists.
Yeah, and they're not. And so does Jill. And Jill's baby Melissa at this point.
Yeah, and Christy with a K, Christy Ray, wants nothing to do with anything. She's like, I just want my kid to dance. I don't co-sign
I'm not with them.
This.
I don't know them. Yeah.
I don't know these ladies. Sorry.
Abby says that Kelly broke the contract, and Kelly's like, well, yeah, you did too, because your contract says you'll provide a nourishing environment, and you don't.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's fair.
Fair. Yeah, back and forth. Christy, snaps, seemingly out of nowhere.
That's what I wrote too.
And says, fuck you to Abby. Yeah. And then we just move on.
Yeah, it got kind of crazy and she yelled, fuck you real loud. And then Abby's like, oh my goodness. And then it just continues. Yeah. You're fine.
Which a couple weeks ago, Chrissy said, fuck you. And Abby was like, I'm going to kick you out of my studio.
I'm calling the police.
Calling the police. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's, again, very confusing. Yeah. Back and forth, whatever. So, and then she says to the moms, you guys get to decide if Brooke and Paige are worth having on the team.
And then
I don't know what that means.
Happened.
Yeah, okay, great. And then we cut to a commercial. That moment is so weird. It literally is the producers are ready and fight. And they just make shit up as they go.
Yep. And then, all right, guys, that's good enough. We got enough.
We're good. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
They're just back in it.
Get a bagel and we'll be back in 15. We're in Ohio now. That just it doesn't cut to a commercial. We just randomly swerve to Ohio.
I have to ask you something. You mentioned bagels.
Yes.
How do you prefer your bagel?
Toasted, biche.
What do you put on it?
Depends on what the bagel contents are.
Plain bagel.
Strawberry cream cheese, motherfucker.
Toasted with cream cheese?
Yeah, bruh.
Everything bagel.
Probably a chive cream cheese. If I'm going onion, I'm gonna go onion hard.
I just don't eat everything bagels for that very reason.
I mean, the only time I'm picking an everything bagel is in the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once.
So my thing is with bagels, If they're toasted, they get butter. If they're raw, they get cream cheese.
I'm a schmear girl always.
Well, I like it better that way too.
Sure.
But I prefer for a toasted bagel to have like a butter that is going to melt. I don't want cream cheese to melt because it like separates into a thing. Like the cream, there's still like a block of cream cheese, and then like the oil of it runs
liquidy,
off.
Sure.
It's weird.
I had a bagel I don't even remember where I was, but I think about it all the time. It was a breakfast Sammy bagel moment.
Nice.
It was so fucking good. I literally don't even remember what city I was in. I don't know how to get back to that place even if I wanted to. Maybe it only existed in my dreams, but it was really good. I love a good bagel. Okay, yes. So we leave this weird ass moment with the mom screaming "fuck you" at each other. Yeah, and then we're in Ohio. It's the last day of rehearsal. We're seeing Lennon's solo rehearsal that is specifically designed to beat Chloe. Lennon says that they can do a lot better without the pressure of Anthony. Duh. And Yvette is hyping them up and says, "Dance for the cause, not the applause." And then that's it for that moment.
It's honestly a great line.
Okay, great. Yeah. We see footage of Mackenzie and Asia doing their duet rehearsal, and Abby tells Mackenzie in the middle of her, like, running the number, she's like, "Your acting skills are ass," basically.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you want that child to do about that right now?
Mackenzie's doing like a little cartwheel or whatever, the front flippy thing. She's like, "Your acting skills are terrible."
It's like,
Mackenzie's
okay, great, girl. Thank you for that constructive criticism that I can do nothing with because I'm in the middle of a run.
Yeah. Also, that's just talking shit. That's not constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Tell her how to act. Don't just say act better.
Be better. Okay, great.
Cool.
Thank you for that. Christy Ray starts in about how, on the rest. Wait, Christy starts on them about how they were annoying. Oh, the other moms in the moment in the mirror room with Abby. Christy Ray's like, "Y'all bitches were annoying. You should just like do whatever Abby says." Kelly now takes it back. It's the remix, and she says, "Oh, because I'm the asshole again. Oh, because everyone's life is so hard because of me and my kids."
Yeah. Oh, so that was my fault.
So I thought just like 20 minutes ago you said that you felt bad because you knew it was your fault.
Yeah.
So which is it?
And it's also, even if she's like, "I don't know if it's my fault, but if it is, tell me." Yeah. I don't want to hurt anyone else's kids. And then Christy Ray's like, "It's hurting our kids." And
she's like, oh, I'm hurting your kids now.
Oh, yeah, now I'm the best. Yeah.
I'm just such a terrible mom. It's like, stupid.
Yeah.
And then Holly says in her talking, and she's like, "It's hard to see people who I love and care about so much rip each other apart." Slay, Dr. Holly. And Abby says that she only plans on entering one of the littles into a solo at Nationals. It's probably going to be Asia.
Yeah. She then, right before the commercial, Abby tells Mackenzie, like right as she's ending their duet rehearsal, she tells Mackenzie, "There's people like Asia who are going to put you in a corner and no one's ever going to look at you. Understand?" And
she's like, "All right, you're free to go."
All right, go.
And they're like, "Thank you."
Yeah, they literally say thank you.
Yeah.
Abby, what do you want her to do? What is with this? I don't get it. It's slowly moving. I don't get it.
I don't see what's happening, but I trust you.
But I don't understand. What are you?
What are you wanting? Yeah.
What is to be gained from this?
Yeah, I don't get it.
I mean, I do. She just hates children.
True. You got it.
Yeah, I fucking think so.
Commercial. We come back. We're on the tour bus going to the competition. Kathy and the squad roll up in a stretch limousine, a white stretch limo. So annoying. And the ALDC is getting off a tour bus like normal people. Christy Ray, so like there's like fans at the front of the building. Some of them are allegedly Candy Apples fans. I'm sure they're not really.
I think that audio was pumped in afterwards. People chanting Kathy.
Yeah.
However, before, when they first get on the bus, Abby's like passing out costumes and stuff.
Oh, yes.
And,
thank you for mentioning this. I totally forgot to write this down.
Yeah, and someone says like, "Oh, these look great, Abby," and she's like, "Oh yeah, they were just a last minute quickie," and I was like, "Nope, I'm on board."
Oh my God, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say that there were moments where she was like, "Don't forget, Kathy will be there." We're like, we know. Kathy's going to be there. Nationals are in 20 minutes. We know. We get the stakes. Christy Ray has this like bump in with Kathy as they're coming in. They're being swarmed by fans. She bumps into Kathy, and this man, probably a paid actor, was like, "Don't touch her. Get your hands off Kathy." And Christy Ray was like, "You really don't want the smoke, dude."
Yeah,
like,
she like does
maybe piss off. Yeah, she whips that ponytail back, and she's like, "Maybe
"I'm out."
shut the hell up." Yeah, it was so stupid. And then Kathy calls Christy a hag.
Yeah.
So silly.
Amazing. Well, so
hag.
right when they get inside, Kathy walks in and makes a comment about like the white striped socks and
the black and white striped socks and the brown and the black shoes. Yeah,
and she calls her a witch, and
yeah.
Christy laughs and goes, "Oh, that was a good
She's
one."
like, "Oh, that's good."
It's so patronizing. It's so
amazing.
condescending. It's awesome.
It's amazing. And then Abby is not at the competition, even though she was just on the bus yesterday.
Yeah.
And Gia calls her and she goes, "I'm not coming. I have to go." Beep, beep, beep.
Just
and
hangs
that's
up.
it. So Abby's not going to be at the competition this week again for an undetermined reason, even though we just saw her on the bus.
Yeah, in rehearsal and getting onto the bus. That's so wild.
So
Christy
weird.
Ray is just like, we're keeping our eyes on the prize. We need to beat the
whatever.
rotten apples.
Yeah,
Cool.
great. We're putting on costumes. We're pulling
Thank you
it
for
together.
an adult in the room.
Yeah, for real. We see like green room footage of the Abby Lee Dance Company getting ready. The candy apples are getting ready. Kathy is like, "I'm glad that Yvette is helping, like feeling good, whatever." Time for performances. Kathy leans forward in the audience seats and asks Melissa, she's like, "Hey, why would you claim that I've ever had a facelift?" So this must have happened like on social media, or like in an interview or something like that. And Jill stands up for Melissa and is like, "Hey, shut up, Kathy." Kathy starts yelling.
Legitimately yelling.
Actually yelling. And Melissa says, "I'm going to take my bra off and show her that my boobs are still perky."
Honestly, slay.
Put that on my tombstone, too. I'm the most whiny and self-righteous person you know, and my boobs are still perky. That is so not true. My boobs have never been perky a day in my life. But the way that she says that, and she's just like, "I ate that up." She's like, "I'm going to take my brassiere off, and I will show her that my boobs are still perky." I'm like, "Yeah, you fucking go, girl."
Melissa finally sort of being one of the girls.
Actually, yeah.
Like,
for the first time in her life, maybe
Melissa,
a girl's girl.
Bring that energy all the time, though.
Yeah, come on, girl. She says in her talking head that she worries that Asia's going to upstage Mackenzie, and she's going to keep Mackenzie from doing a solo at nationals. Sorry, that was my fault.
You're good.
She probably will.
Yes.
Because Asia's better than
Yes.
Mackenzie. The duet goes, it's a sleigh, although the storyline, the narrative in this We Hit Harder like duet is that Asia beats Mackenzie. That's I think informs the comment that Abby made about like people like Asia will want to put you in the corner your whole life, like the narrative in this dance.
Maybe.
I think that's kind of where that
see
came
that,
from,
though.
but we didn't see that, yeah. Lennon comes out to perform. So good. Did you watch? You don't watch any of the performances.
I saw that they were shirtless.
So yeah, annoying that they're shirtless.
Okay, so
because why?
I don't know.
This person's a teen.
What was the dance?
A lyrical something about pain, probably.
So I think that
you keep talking. I'm gonna adjust the camera. Okay. Keep going.
I think that in the visual arts, like, and particularly dance, like you have to be able to like see what is happening, and like in a dance like this, when a kid is really really good, you don't want to hide any part of them. So like thus the slim fitting pants, their limbs are quite literally exposed. You can see every single bend,
all the
and
muscle,
angle, all the lines and everything. Like you want that in a kid who's good. So like I don't like.
It's just annoying to me as an individual. I find it to be annoying, but I'm sure there was a reason, and I'm sure it was a good reason. I just think it's annoying.
Sure.
You know,
there's the difference because I think Jalen a couple weeks ago
also shirtless.
Was shirtless,
yep.
But he's way younger.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird to me.
That I thought was a little weirder. At this point, Lennon is 15,
going
maybe?
up against Chloe, so probably 13, 14.
Okay, so that's like,
or maybe 12, 13 instead.
They're really tall.
Yeah, well, I mean,
so there's also that. I don't know. I think it was less weird that Lennon was shirtless than Jalen.
Yeah,
Jalen felt very weird
because Jalen's so little.
Yes,
little baby. I'm like, what are we doing? It's like it's the equivalent of that for the girls is like to see someone, let's see like one of the littles like spin around and like stand up and like obviously like be showcasing the booty, and it's like, you're 6.
Oh, Asia's definitely done that.
Yeah, it's like, it's weird. Get like allow your kids to be fully clothed and allow them to just not be sexualized in general, no matter the gender or sex. Just don't sexualize kids.
Yeah, I agree.
Chloe goes next. Chrissy says that she knows that Chloe's going to do better than normal because her dance teacher didn't tell her that she sucked right before she performed.
I can't imagine why that would make a difference.
Yeah, for real. It's great. She slays. Chrissy says that she couldn't have done better and she like loves her daughter and blah, blah, blah. Yep. Very sweet. Celebratory shots of both groomers being like, woo, you know, we fucking crush, you know, that kind of vibe.
And then they coincidentally happen to meet right in the hallway.
I know. Like, they're like, okay, go out in the hallway and start some shit. Gina D tells the dance moms, the Abbey Dance Company moms, that Kathy did all of the choreo. You would have thought that someone shot Yvette's child the way that she reacts to this. She steps away and she's like, I can't do it. I can't do this anymore. Sobbing.
Yeah,
Melissa
legit.
watching Maddie levels of sobbing because of this offhanded comment, because Yvette's mad that she didn't get the credit.
Yeah.
It is so weird to me.
2 things. First of all, who gives a fuck what Gina
who gives
D
a rat's
says?
ass?
Second of all, the conversation looked like it might have gone okay.
Uh-huh.
Because, it just felt like there might be some gentle ribbing, but they looked like they might actually get along.
Who cares?
Anthony wasn't there to stir things up further. Abby wasn't there to stir things up further. They might have had some gentle whatever, but it might have been okay. And then Gina D makes kind of an innocent comment, like she's just like, "Oh yeah, it wasn't Anthony. It was like Kathy."
Yeah, exactly. She's saying in the spirit of like, we don't have Anthony because Kathy did it this week.
Right. And then Yvette, yeah, like she watched someone run over a puppy.
The best is that Christy tells her that Yvette can. She's like, you can sit with us, girl, if your team is being mean. That's amazing.
Amazing.
She is so dramatic. She gets up in the camera and she goes, I'm done. I'm done. And then we get a commercial.
Yeah.
So wild. We come back. The Candy Apples dance moms are like consoling Yvette. I still don't understand why she cares this much about what the ops think about her, but whatever. She's acting like a child and is literally sulking and pouting in the hallway, arms crossed, crying. And Kathy's like, girl, it doesn't matter. She did say your name. You just didn't hear it. Whatever, who cares? And Yvette's like, I'm just so passionate. And that's why I'm crying.
There's
because it's like a piece of me, like on this stage. And she says it's like, she's crying because she's so passionate. That's like saying your biggest weakness is that you care so much in like a job interview.
Yes.
Like, what are your 3 biggest weaknesses? Well, my biggest weakness is that I care a lot.
I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah, I care too much. Like, okay. This, like, I'm crying because I'm passionate. Well, it's also embarrassing. It doesn't matter why you're crying. You're embarrassing yourself and the team. Stop. Yep. The Candy Apples go first with the Phoenix number. It's fine. The Abbey Lee Dance Company goes next with Black and Blue. It is about bruises on some level because Maddie walks out with a black eye. Yeah. Which is crazy.
That's when I had the thought, actually. I didn't even clock the number at first. And then I saw them dancing. I was like, oh, this is what it is. Like, oh, no. Got it.
Oh, no.
Great.
Yeah. And then Melissa says that they're flawless and she thinks they're going to win. Of course she says that they're her children, basically. We get to the awards. Mac and Asia's duet gets first. Slay.
Hell yeah.
Christy Rayner talking head is like, yeah, of course we won that shit because my daughter's the best and Mackenzie sucks. She's like, not really, but she did say that Mackenzie held Asia back, which is basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Even though they won, she says that Mackenzie held Asia back, even though they still got first place.
Yeah, that's always exhausting to me.
That's so stupid. Yeah. You could say that if they got second, like, oh, well, they got first, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares who got more first place than the other? They both got first place. Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Lennon gets second place. I'm shocked because I thought Lennon's dance was way better than Chloe's. But
really?
I don't know my ass from my elbow when it comes to dance, I guess.
Chloe won by 0.2.
Oh, okay. So that by a quarter of a point.
Like 277.2 and then 277.4. It was neck and neck.
Ooh. The Candy Apples moms are pressed. They are mad about this.
They're not happy.
Understandably so. Candy Apple's group number gets second, and Abby Lee Dance Company number gets first. Nothing makes me more Team Abby than Kathy being there. It's like Olympic season being a U.S. citizen. I'm not a U.S. citizen. Like, I would never tell anybody that unless it's the Olympics. And I'm like, USA, baby. You know what I mean? Like, when it's the Olympics, I'm like, fuck yeah. But then any other time, I'm like, God, I hate this fucking country. It sucks.
I'm rooting for the athletes. I'm not rooting for the country.
Yeah. I'm rooting for Simone Biles and Sunny Lee specifically.
Who is the Sha'Carri Richardson? Is she still running?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a huge fan of hers.
She is smoking the competition.
Her finishing photos are some of the most ferocious.
As fuck.
Yeah, she's like flipping her hair in
she's
one of them.
Like this. Her big long nails.
Yeah.
There's a clip I keep watching of her that someone has edited to be a thirst trap, obviously. But there's a clip of her where like she was getting some pushback about her braids, about how she runs with these long braids and like it's unprofessional and unbecoming and whatever. And she's wearing a wig that appears to just be like synthetic straight hair that's not in braids. And right as they're like runners take your mark, she squats down and she pulls that bitch off and shakes out her braids and takes off and smokes them hoes like it's nobody's business with the long nails. Like she is hard as fuck. So yes, her and the gymnasts, and that's it. And the others maybe. Cody Simpson was almost an Olympian, which is an insane thing to say out loud.
I don't know who that is.
Cody Simpson. You don't know who that is? He was one of those kids that like during Disney Channel's prime time, they were just like
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
No. That's Cole Sprouse.
Cody Sprouse.
Yeah, sure. Like when they were just like making every kid a musician, even if they had only been on Disney Channel for like 10 seconds, they're like, you have an album now. Cody Simpson was one of those kids.
Huh.
The fireworks in this neighborhood keep going off and it scares the shit out of me. And he was almost like an Olympian. He was this close to qualifying for the Olympics as a swimmer.
This kid,
it's like, Cody Simpson, what are you doing here?
This kid on my neighborhood swim team also like swam at the Olympic trials and missed the cut by like a few people.
Damn.
Yeah.
Brutal. His name was. Oh no, I thought you were gonna say. Oh fuck! Now the joke doesn't even make any sense.
It was Drew Peterson.
So I was gonna say Shaun White, but he's the skier.
Snowboarder.
Who's the guy? Philip, what's his face?
Seymour Hoffman.
No, the swimmer who did drugs. Michael Phelps, that's his name. God, that took forever. The joke would have been worth it, probably.
Yeah, I totally.
Anyway.
Running on fumes here, folks.
We're doing great. Running on the fireworks fumes.
Running on farts. Dear listener, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you need to go to the YouTube feed and look what I just did to Amanda.
I want to die.
The level of disappointment was like palpable.
I think this is the end. I think this is the last episode for real.
It was delightful.
The Abby Lee Dance Company comes back to the Candy Apple's green room because they have to. Obviously, Kathy whips out a poncho and gives it to someone because she's like, oh, what if the water starts happening? And Christy goes, who just carries around a poncho?
A fair point.
Totally fair point. She does not let her have the bit at all.
Nope.
They like talk a little bit of smack. I think it's because the mic stands are cheap, girl.
I'm gonna keep fighting the good fight.
But then you have to undo it when you leave.
I will.
It's because we've stripped the screws so many times,
sit
probably.
Like this with it on my fist.
That's fair.
I'm gonna fist the microphone.
Okay, I was gonna say you could be like David, but never mind. The Thinker. That's who I was. Tim Tebow. Oh, Kathy immediately leaves because she sees that the bestie's not there. You know what I mean? She knows that Abby's not there. She's like, "Fuck this, I'm out." If I can't immediately pick on Goliath in terms of like energy, I'm out.
Yeah, she's like, I don't have time for this. All you peons.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. They literally probably just had to fulfill their contractual obligation to like talk shit. They had to fulfill the talk shit clause, and that's it. Because nothing comes out of this.
Well, I don't know about that. Christy talks shit about Chloe versus Lennon, which is a very dangerous game to play. Lennon is good, and you won by 0.2.
And also, no one asked. So, like, why are you starting in on this?
She's like, wow, it's crazy how much your kid sucks, and mine's awesome.
Yeah, my kid's kind of the shit, actually. And Lennon's mom is like, okay, cool. But there's no, like, purse swinging, throwing water. There's none of that shit.
I wish there was.
I know. The Abby Dance Company moms go back to their green room. They call Abby and they're like, Abby, we won. We did so good. And she's like, I already know. I talked to the girls. Beep,
she said, yeah, I talked to the girls already. Ding dong.
Ding dongs.
Okay, first of all,
and then she just hangs
shut up.
Yeah.
Second of all, Christy made the comment. She's like, I'm so happy that Kathy flew in on her broom so we could use it for
the
our clean sweep.
Period, Christy.
Perfect.
Period. Regionals are next week. That's important. And then I have, it's not over, ? Yvette is screaming and Kathy's crying because they don't know what they're going to do about nationals.
Well, they say,
and then it's over.
If there's no nationals, then is everyone even going to come back?
Yeah, they're like, we're at a place right now of like, will we or won't we be here next week? It's very forced and very
strange. So are they going to nationals or not?
So, regionals are next week. So that won't apply to next week. It's the week after, allegedly, that would be nationals.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. Like, are they not going?
They don't know. We don't know. You have to tune in next
Jesus
week.
Christ.
We don't know. Eli, you got a song of the week. That's the end of the episode.
You do yours first because I lost where I was going to.
Okay. My song of the week this week is the song from the Torture Poets Department album that's called I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. This one's for all of my productivity complex, tight-ass women out there. I see you in that place. And it's a great song. I cry a lot, but I'm so productive. It's an art. It's a great song. Are you listening to me?
No. I finally...
I'm glad you're honest.
I found mine. What was yours called?
I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
Okay, thank you. That's
from Taylor Swift.
I heard that. Got it.
T-Swizzle. Yeah, it's that like, because I'm a real tough kid. I can handle my shit. They said, baby, gotta fake it till you make it, and I did. Lights, camera, bitch, smile, even when you want to die. He said he'd love me all his life, but that life was too short. Breaking down, I hit the floor. All the pieces of me shattered as the crowd was chanting more. I was grinning like I'm winning. I was hitting my mark because I can do it with a broken fart. Isn't that awesome? I said that for you. Dear listener, if you're only listening and not listening to the video feed, go look at Eli's goofy ass face.
Ass face.
Ass face. I did that for you. You're welcome. Don't ever say it and do
anything really
nice
good
for you. Fuck off.
That was like seamless too.
I know. I have a BFA in theater performance, bitch.
What does that stand for? A bachelor in fart arts?
Oh, it's another Parks and Rec reference where Sewage Joe goes up to Leslie Knope and he goes, "What's up, Knope? How's life in the Parks Department?" And she goes, "Probably a lot better than the sewage department," which makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. That's funny.
What's your song, bro?
Can't Feel My Face by The Weeknd. That's
a
bop.
About drugs.
I don't do drugs,
but
about
illicit substances.
But that song's a bop.
I can't believe you've never done drugs.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. I don't condone doing drugs unless you want to do them, but whatever. That's crazy to me. Well, you can follow us on Instagram at The Pyramid Pod. You can follow me on Instagram. I haven't been on Instagram in months, but you can follow me. My username is notamandab_.
I'm at Eli_farmer_, and I just posted a really cute several pictures of my super hot girlfriend.
Several pictures. Slay. Cyberbully Eli. Soft bully, not hardcore bully.
We've remedied the issue.
Okay, slay. Soft bully. And
I'm a soft boy, so you have to soft bully me.
Oh, also the playlist purpose is it just holds all the songs of the week from forever, from like literally the beginning of the whole podcast. The only song that's missing is the Buick theme, which Audrey shouted out at the very beginning of the first episode.
That's
because
hilarious.
It's not a real song, so it's not on Spotify. But it's every song of the week ever. So if you're like, oh, I've never heard that song.
136 of them or something.
It's crazy. I cannot believe I've done that many episodes of this damn podcast. And I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And we're still at this. We're still here. It's crazy. All right, well, thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.